Hi everybody, Doug here. Welcome back to yet another board game channel and yet another turn of Eldritch Horror. We are still trying to stop the rise of Shub-Niggurath, and we've had some really good turns and some not terribly good turns. Last turn was not terribly good. We've got hurt people. Wilson's only at two sanity. Lola's only at 1 health. I think we might lose somebody before this game is over. And we still have not had a chance to start on that second mystery. We just can't get to where we need to go because all kinds of stuff keeps happening in our way. Wilson's getting delayed and everything. Not delayed, detained. Well, we'll just have to see if we can salvage this or not. So, we are going to, we're going to leave Luke Robinson as our lead investigator, and we'll see what he can get up to. Okay, first thing Luke is going to do is he is going to rest. He doesn't get anything back because he is poisoned, but we will flip his poison card in an attempt to get rid of it as our rest action. Arcane Infection. Your blood burns and causes your veins to glow bright. It is no blood poisoning that ails you, but something far more difficult to repel. I'm going to test, oh good, his lore, which is great. It's at 4, and he's got the markings of Isis, which means he's actually going to roll 5. 3 successes. All right. If you pass, discard this card. Yay! He is no longer poisoned. So for his second action, Luke is going to use his special ability and move to the London Gate, as it has, yes, the gate there corresponds to the current Blue Omen, so let's move him over to London. Alright, Luke arrives in London. That is all he is going to do for his actions. Up next is Kate Winthrop, back to Australia. Okay, here is Kate. First thing she's going to do is grab herself a ship ticket. Then she is going to move up to 20, spending the ship ticket, getting her to Tokyo. And see if she can get some defeat monster encounters there. Yeah, so that is it for hers. Next up is Wilson Richards. Okay, the first thing that Wilson is going to do is he's actually going to trade with Kate and get himself a clue, because he'll need a minimum of 1 clue to work on the mystery in London, if he can get there alive. I'm not going to give him both of Kate's clues because I'm hoping to actually use her dimensional study this turn. When Luke, we're just going to assume he successfully closes the gate. Fingers crossed. Then, for his second action, no matter where I put him, it's not really good. So, we're going to take a chance and we're going to send him to Shanghai. Because once there, he can get next turn he can get a train ticket and start moving over towards London. It's the quickest way to go. And the deep one's not too hard. I'm worried about that sanity check, because he does only have 2 sanity left. But he essentially has, he's got he's got a focus and his 1 free focus to go with it. So hopefully if he can get past that, he's fine. We'll just see what happens during the encounters. Now we'll be going over to Lola Hayes. Okay, Lola only has 1 health. And if this reckoning kicks in this turn, she will lose that health and die. So, well, her first action, she is actually going to take a focus token. Give her that, so she's got a slightly better chance of whatever is on the other side of this poisoned card that she is going to try to get rid of. What do we have there? Come on, you can focus. No, you can't. Yeah, zoom out a wee bit. Persisting illness. The rash covering most of your body continues to spread. You are regularly stricken with fits of coughing, and it has become hard to move. We're going to test her strength, which is only 2. Okay. Now we're going to spend that focus she picked up to re-roll 1. Nope. Did we lose Lola? If you pass, discard this card. If you fail, those around you fear the illness to be contagious. Discard 1 ally asset. She has none. And flip this card. So we'll have to just keep trying to get rid of that. So, yeah, that's not so good. Nothing good for Lola. Alright, on to the encounters. I'm going to see if Luke can close that gate. Alright, Luke is going to spend a sanity or a focus. Well, no, we can use the focuses for rerolls. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and spend a sanity for Luke, putting him down to 5, which allows him to ignore the Night Gaunt and the cultists that are lurking in London, and go straight to the gate in an attempt to close it. So it leads to the City of the Great Race. You hear the sound of a terrible gust of wind and listen carefully to determine the origin of the sound. You may spend 1 clue to resolve the pass effect. If you do not spend the clue, resolve the fail effect. Okay. Well, he's got 2 clues. We'll go ahead and use one because when he closes a gate, because of his Dreamer reward, he'll get a clue back. So we'll go ahead and spend that and see what happens when we choose the pass effect. Something large and powerful is trying to break through a sealed trap door. The racket is startling and you consider running away. We're going to test his will of 4 plus 1 because of the markings of Isis. I think we probably got this. Yes, we do. If you pass, you resolve to fend off the terrible beast, and with the help of the Ithians, you close this gate. If you fail, no, it doesn't matter. So we are going to close the gate. And now we're just going to double check all the things that can happen when you close a gate. Well, right, Luke gets that clue back, and if he didn't already have 2 focus, he would gain 1. We're going to give him that clue back with his dream box. He would gain a focus, but he's full up. However, the gate did correspond to the current omen, so he'll get that sanity back, putting him back up to 6. When you close a gate during another world encounter, place that gate on this card. You may then flip this card. We'll wait till we've got 2, maybe 3 on there before we flip it over. 1 will only help us a tiny bit, I'm sure. And, right, the other thing, Kate has got her dimensional study. Once per round, when a gate is closed or discarded, you may spend 1 clue to place 1 clue on this card. And do that. That's the clue in her possession, which she spends to technically take a replacement one from the supply. We're going to put it on the dimensional study. And 3 seems good. Yeah, then you may flip this card. Dimensional Study. You believe you have discovered a way to reverse the damage that has caused the monster. That the arrival of the monsters has caused to the fabric of reality. Resolve one effect based of your choice. Of your choice, based on the number of clues on this card. We have three. Okay, we have three very nice options here. Discard one monster of your choice on any space. Retreat Doom by one, or advance the active mystery by one. And discard this card. Boy, wish I could do all three of those, but that's not an option. So I think, seeing as how we're having a heck of a time even getting to the mystery, we're going to go ahead and advance the mystery. In this case, you're adding Eldritch tokens to it. So we're going to put one Eldritch token on here for free. So we'll only have to do the London encounter once we get Wilson there. Yay! Glad I held out for 3. Which makes me think I'll have to hold out for 3 on walking the ley lines for Luke. Depends how quickly he can get to how many gates show up. Alright, good on Luke, and wonderful effects all around. So it's now Kate's turn proper over in Tokyo. Okay, Tokyo encounter. Please get rid of monsters. Please get rid of monsters. A warlord besieges you to look into the void with a hooded helmet. No! In return, he will devote his resources to your cause. You may gain a lost in time and space condition to gain 1 random service asset from the deck, and discard 1 monster of your choice on any space. Okay, if it weren't for the monster thing, I would just say no, but as it is, yeah, we've got way too many monsters on the board. If we have too many, Shub-Niggurath is going to start eating up the doom counter. So, yeah. I'm actually going to do this. I'm actually going to willingly become lost in time and space, and hopefully it's a fairly friendly one, or one that she can handle. So, she is lost in time and space. She will gain 1 random service asset from the deck. Now that's just a regular, from the regular asset deck. So we're just going to go through this till we find a service. Actually, I'll just cut away. You don't need to watch me dig through 20 cards to find one. Okay, actually had to go digging for 2 cards because the first one, the service that she picked, search the archives. When you gain this card, immediately gain 1 random tome asset from the deck, then discard this card. So I went looking for the first random tome I could find, the Scroll of Secrets. When you gain this card from the deck or reserve, gain 1 clue. So we'll give her a clue. Gain +2 lore when resolving spell effects. She still doesn't have any spells. She's really tooled up for one, so maybe we should try to hand one off to her. So we'll discard the archives and grab a new clue for Kate. Now I've got to think for a moment to decide which monster to get rid of on the board. Alright, I was thinking maybe the dark one, sorry, the deep one, so that Wilson wouldn't have to fight it this turn. However, it's not that hard a monster, and we've got this horrible thing on the board, the Dole, which, as you can see, is way harder to beat. It's got 5 strength, or 5 toughness. And on a reckoning, it keeps inching towards investigators and hurting them if they're even nearby. So we are going to say goodbye to the Dole. Put that back in the horrible monster bag. And yes, Kate is lost in time and space. Hopefully it won't be too bad. I think it's worth the risk to get rid of a really horrible, horrible monster. So she's off in the ether somewhere. And now, yes, it's Wilson Richards' turn. All right, we're taking a bit of a risk here. Hopefully we don't lose Wilson because of this. He is going to go up against the deep one. First thing we do is test his will of 3 to try to prevent 2 sanity damage. He's still the only one of us who's cursed. Nope. Okay, we are going to spend 1 focus. Of course, because of his Jack of all trades, he gets 1 back. And that will re-roll 2 of the dice. Okay, and so he's going to spend his actual physical focus. That goes away, and he's going to re-roll 2 again. Even if he weren't cursed, he'd be failing. Wow, okay, but that time he nailed it with 2 6s. Okay, he takes no sanity damage. That is good. Next up, we're only trying to do, oh, come on, 2 damage to it. I want to focus. We're trying to mitigate 1 incoming damage, but we want to do 2 to take the thing out. So that's a strength -1, which is going to be 3. It's going to take +2 for his blunderbuss. He also gets an extra reroll. Oh no, he has 2 rerolls. 1 for his time-worn brand, 1 for his bullwhip, and he can add 1 to 1 of the dice because of the .18 Derringer. All 6s count as 2 successes, and each one cancels a success. Okay, he's managed to get 1. Now, so that counts as 2 successes. However, these 2 1s do cancel it. You know what? We are going to use the .18 Derringer to reroll. The bullwhip to reroll 1, the time-worn brand to reroll another. Didn't get anything more, but that is okay because we only need 2. And the 6 counts as 2 successes, and 1 success blocks that. So yes, he has taken out the deep one without taking a scratch. Way to go, Wilson. That thing can go away. Now he's going to have an actual encounter in Shanghai. Okay. A pilgrimage to the hidden grotto said the house, the legendary jade... a pilgrimage to a hidden grotto said to house the legendary jade books is taking place. Okay. Grammar there was a little tortured. You can join them only if you accept certain conditions. You may gain an agreement condition to accept the offer. If you gain the condition, you find many extremely rare texts, gain a tome artifact. I think we're going to pass on that. We're just going to, just passing through. Thank you very much. We are just trying to get to London. It's just taken a while. So yes, all in all, I still consider that a successful turn for Wilson. Now we're going to see if Lola Hayes can get herself a clue. She's on a clue encounter. And hopefully we don't get a reckoning after that because she'll die. And before we continue with Lola's encounter, I forgot about her horrible failure effect, her denouement consequence. Whenever you fail a test, which she did with her poisoned, discard 1 improvement token. So there goes her 1 and only improvement token. If she fails another test, she will just lose all of her sanity and she will be out of the game. Alright, let's see. We are on a sea space. A stench is coming out of one of the cabins. You watch the cabin, waiting for it to be empty. Test your observation -1. That is 1 die. I think we're about to lose Lola. No. She actually rolled a 6. If you pass, you find a caged ghoul inside. Gain this clue. If you fail, okay. Well, she picked up the clue. Of course, she might still die if a reckoning comes up on the Mythos card. Speaking of which, now that everybody has finished their encounters fairly successfully, we are going into the dreaded Mythos phase. Alright, here we go. If it's a reckoning card, we lose Lola instantly. And no, actually, it could be worse. It's the name of our card. Okay, first things first, we will move the omen track around to green. We don't have any gates on the board, so doom doesn't happen. However, we do now spawn a gate because we are unable to have a monster surge, so we just straight up spawn. Oh, here's one of the new ones. Apparently Space 13 is actually Hyperborea, and there's a red gate there, so 13, I can just remember where 13, oh, okay, 13 is way up here, north. Oh, Luke can get to that next turn. And then we will, oh right, monster, of course, stupid monsters. What do we get? Grab a stand on the way, and oh yay, a vampire. You can see its combat stats there. If you fail the will test, do not resolve the strength test. If you lose health from the strength test and this monster is not defeated, it recovers 2 health because it's a lousy energy sucking vampire. Okay, got another busy spot there. So yes, what happens? It could be worse. People are staring at you again. You assume you must be having another screaming fit. I'm just gonna guess. You tried asking for help, but you can no longer tell who is real and who is not. You console yourself with the hope that no one will ever have to see what you have seen. Could be worse. Ongoing. The lead investigator, that would be Luke, loses all but 1 sanity. So much for sneaking past monsters. Great. Luke has a single sanity left. Oh, okay. And on a reckoning, this stays out. The lead investigator loses 1 sanity. Then discard this card. Well, Luke's not going to be lead investigator next turn, I can tell you that. We'll be handing that on to somebody who can take that hit. Wow. Yes, it could be worse. It could be way better, though. Let's be honest. Okay, well, I'll see if I can figure out what to do next time. I'm not sure what to do with Luke. I can't get him up there to do that gate next turn. Of course, we do have 2 turns, at least 2 turns, until it moves around to the red omen, and that activates Doom. He may just have to run away for a turn to heal up. Not that he can heal, because, oh no, he got rid of his poison. Yes, he's the one who actually got rid of his poison, so he can properly rest next turn. I have no idea what to do with Lola. She's just, yeah. I think she is going to die very soon. Hopefully not. Well, we'll see next time. Thanks very much, everybody, for watching. Thanks for subscribing to the channel and liking the videos, both on YouTube and Board Game Geek. I appreciate it. And we will see you next time for yet another turn of Eldritch Horror. So long.